gentlemen, welcome to Southern Nash High School for tonight's homecoming game between the Wildcats of Bunn High School and your Southern Nash Firebirds. Ladies and gentlemen, as I just mentioned, tonight is homecoming, and we'd like to welcome back all of our alumni, and just awesome to have everybody here. And again, this week was full of activities, and our student body really had a good time and really committed to a new homecoming way of doing things. And we'd like to recognize the student body. They raised almost $3,800 this week that will go to the victims of the hurricane in western North Carolina. So that was an awesome job by our students, and we'd like to thank them for all the effort and everything they put in this week. I'd also like to announce, ladies and gentlemen, that our Booster Club does have donation buckets set up at the concession stand for anyone that would like to contribute. The money that is being collected will be sent to the residents of western North Carolina that were affected by the hurricane. And again, all of your support is appreciated. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, also I'd like to announce our officials for tonight's game while we have a couple minutes here. The referee for tonight will be Mr. Brian Weingartz. The umpire will be Mr. Mitchell Williams. The linesman will be Mr. Cornelius Walker. The line judge will be Mr. Jerry Howell, and the back judge will be Mr. James Ward. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd also like to remind everyone that the Southern Nash Athletic Boosters will be conducting the 2024 Great Firebird Kickoff next Saturday, October the 19th at 6 p.m. in the Southern Nash High School cafeteria. The Booster Club, this is their primary fundraiser each year. They will sell 300 tickets. The tickets are $100 a piece, and they will be drawn reverse raffle style on Saturday, October 19th. And the last remaining ticket will have an opportunity to win $10,000. All money raised goes to support Southern Nash High School athletics. You can see any Booster Club member for tickets, and as always, we thank you in advance for your support. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please direct your attention to midfield as the Southern Nash marching Firebirds are entering the field. If you would, please rise and remove all headwear, and we will prepare for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you.
And good evening, Firebird fans, and welcome back to Stanhope and Firebird Stadium, the Bird's Nest, as the Firebirds of Southern Nash tonight host the Wildcats of Bunn and the 3A conference matchup. Southern Nash comes in obviously undefeated and tied for first in the conference with Northern Nash. That meeting yet to come. And Bunn comes in 1-5, I believe. And just a few stats here to get the game going. At the QB position, Isaiah Battle has led the way all year for the Firebirds. He's 9 of 17 with 166 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a QB rating of 102. And, of course, Tyleek Mitchell, who leads the way for the Firebirds in rushing with 95 carries, 1,323 yards, averaging 13.9 a carry and 220.5 per game with 16 touchdowns. To add to that, he has 5 receptions for 74 yards and 2 touchdowns, as well as a pair of kickoff returns, one of them a 99-yard return for a touchdown, which puts his all-purpose yards at 1,587 at 264.5 per game and 19 total touchdowns. On defense is led by Devin Whitaker with 17 solo tackles, 57 assists, and 1 sack, followed by Luke Faulkner with 16 solo, 45 assists, and 61 total, also with 1 sack. And to add to that, Luke Faulkner on offense has 27 carries, 255 yards, and 2 touchdowns as he lives on both sides of the ball for the Firebirds. And we're going to have the coin toss here in just a few moments. And with that, we'll remind everybody tonight's game brought to you by Vandermark Side Farms here in Eastern Nash County. or excuse me, Southern Nash County. And this is Brent Cohn alongside Kenneth Fly here with all the live action here tonight at Southern Nash. And we'll be back in just a few with a coin toss and the opening kickoff. And we are back ready for the coin toss as tonight's captains, Danny Dunston, Israel Whitaker, Devin Richardson, and Tyleek Mitchell head to midfield to square off with the captains from Bunn. And the coin is in the air. And it looks like Southern Nash has won the toss, and they will defer to the second half as usual. So Bunn will get the football first here tonight as we get ready to get things started live in the Bird's Nest in Stanhope. We'll be back in just a moment for the team's entry. And a reminder, as always, tonight's scoreboard sponsored by Baker Professional Construction and the corporate game sponsor. As always, Vandermark Sod Farm is ready to get things started here in Stanhope. Southern Nash hosting Bunn from Franklin County. We are live here in the Bird's Nest. This is Brent Cohn alongside Kenneth Fly, and this is Firebird Friday Night Lights. And it's homecoming here at Southern Nash, as once again the undefeated Firebirds at 6-0 match up against the 1-5 Wildcats from Bunn here in the last week of the 2A, 3A matchups of the Big East Conference. Southern Nash coming off a bye week last week, which was a much-needed rest, and we see the return of offensive and defensive star Luke Faulkner, who sustained an ankle injury against Nash Central and did not play against Roanoke Rapids. And so much-needed rest, and as we saw, Faulkner rushed in with the Firebird flag flying, and he looks good to go for tonight. And the Firebirds are set to kick off, and we are underway here in Stanhope. The high kick will land down, picked up at about the 20-yard line. Returned by Keon Bradbury. And he'll actually move a little backwards behind the 20, and Bunn will start 1st and 10 from their own 18. However, there is a penalty flag on the play. So it looks like the penalty will be against the Wildcats. So a loss on the return of 2 yards will be backed up even further. So it looks like the penalty is against the Firebirds. And Bunn will take over 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. I didn't catch the penalty call.
I don't think nobody did up here.
Ball is handed off and around the left end to Tyler Perry. And no, that's not Medea.
Looks like he's going to go for a big gain of about 9 and bring it 2nd down and 1.
And they looks like they started to give him the first down yardage, and they're going to reset the chains. Looks like a gain of about 9 will bring up 2nd down and 1 as the first 15 seconds tick off the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. Again, Josiah Rice from the shotgun. He has a man in motion. Hand it off again to Bradbury, who's got room up the middle and carries a Firebird tackler all the way into Southern Nash territory, down to the Firebird 40-yard line. So that'll be a first down for the Wildcats.
Cam Lyons on the tackle for Southern Nash.
Cam Lyons, holding on for dear life, was able to bring Bradbury down. Rice stays in the gun, lone tailback. No motion this time, but we pitch to Bradbury again from the backfield. He's got room around off the left tackle. He'll take it down close to the line to gain.
Looks like about another 9-yard gain there.
I'm sorry, I kept saying Bradbury. That's Tyler Perry. How could I forget? So another gain of 9. It'll bring up second down and 1 again. So Twins wide right. And this time it's Perry in motion. That wasn't Perry. That's David Hicks. Jaden Hicks, excuse me. And the short pickup will be enough to move the chains for the Wildcats as 1st and 10 Bunn from the Southern Nash 29-yard line, 10-13 and counting. So motion on the right side of the line. And it's going to be encroachment against the Firebirds. They'll add 5 onto the play, and it'll be first down and 5 now for the Wildcats. So Southern Nash starting off a little shaky from the break. 2 weeks off has not been kind. And it's Hicks again, but this time he'll be stopped in the backfield by Israel Whitaker. So a loss of, it's like a 3. It's going to bring up, second down and 8 now. So we just passed 9:20 to go up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. So the first tackle for loss for the Firebirds. We'll see if they can continue with that momentum. And he'll look to pass. Rice has Bradbury open into the end zone, and that'll be a touchdown for the Wildcats as Bunn is first on the board with 8:48 remaining in the first quarter. It's 6-0 with the extra point attempt upcoming. So Bunn, who seems to have struggled all year, makes quick work offensively and a score. Less than 4 minutes into the first quarter, and the extra point is up and good. And the Wildcat lead the Firebirds 7-0. Once again, 8:48 remaining in the first quarter. Tonight's game sponsored by Vandermark Side Farms. They are a year-round natural grass operation serving central and eastern North Carolina. Vandermark's business has always been the premier provider of natural grass and sod products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial development. They grow, harvest, and deliver 6 different types of natural grass. Call Vandermark Side Farms for all your natural grass needs today. That's 252-437-1501. So somewhat of an unusual starting place for the Firebirds as they trail 7-0.
And, you know, with them being off last week, it kind of upsets the momentum a little bit, but we'll see what's going here. And the big key for this game later on here, if you look across, Bunn does not have as many players as Southern Nash does, so fatigue could be a factor as we get into the later portions of the game, especially around the fourth quarter.
And a squib kick will be fielded by Israel Whitaker and returned to the 40 before he is thrown backwards. We'll see where he has marked down. Looks like they're not going to give him his forward momentum. So they'll back it up 5 yards, and it'll be 1st and 10, Southern Nash from their own 35-yard line. So Isaiah Battle from the shotgun to start the game. Mitchell goes out wide to the left. 3 receivers to the right. And he'll look for Mitchell. It's thrown short, nearly intercepted. And Southern Nash will start with an incomplete pass, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Firebirds.
Just because that play didn't work right now doesn't mean they won't keep that in that back pocket for later on tonight.
Whitaker and Faulkner check out. And it looked like a busted play. Battle turned to look for his running backs, and the backfield had been empty. And he'll be thrown for the first sack of the night. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12 for the Firebirds. And this is a backfield of Jonathan Hines, Cam Lyons, and Tyleek Mitchell, alongside Isaiah Battle, who takes a snap and a quick pitch to Mitchell. He'll start right and then cut back to the left, take it out across the 40, down to the 41. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 4 for the Firebirds. And with an almost entire offensive change, it looks like, and yes, they will be stepping on to punt as Aiden Myers drops back. And he will get the punt away, a nice punt. Down inside the 20. And it'll be picked up dead down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And that's where the Wildcats will take over. 1st and 10 with 7:16 remaining in the first quarter. So Rice remains in the gun. He puts a man in motion. He has Hicks behind him. Hicks will be hit at the line of scrimmage and actually thrown for a loss They will give him forward momentum, so it'll be no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 now for the Wildcats. And the ball comes out, batted down. So the incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down and 10. Didn't pick up who batted that pass.
I think it looked like it was number 6 for Southern Nash who batted it.
That's Zion Odom. And the first timeout of the evening is called, and that will be Bunn's first called timeout with 6:29 remaining in the first quarter. Bunn backed up 3rd and 10 here. And once again, we'll remind everybody today's game brought to you by Vandermark Side Farm. They're a year-round natural grass operation serving central and eastern North Carolina. They grow and deliver 6 different types of natural grass to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. Contact Vandermark Sod Farms at 252-437-1501 for all your natural grass needs. So Southern Nash looking to right the ship here and force a 4 and out. The pass is down the field. Got 2 receivers open, and it is they're going to say it was caught and complete. It ended up in the arms of Christian Tyler. However, they'll say that he was down, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bunn from the 50-yard line. On a pretty well thrown pass, but really more so a great catch. That was Spencer Riley, I believe, on the catch.
He just put it in there in a spot where the receiver come up and catch it.
Movement again on the left side of the line. And the encroachment call will add 5 yards. That's the 2nd encroachment call of the night on the Firebirds, and it's 1st and 5 Bunn. 5:54 remaining in the first period. Southern Nash trails 7-0. And this time it's Nick Wilson who will break free in a gain of about 7 on the play. Make that 6, but that is enough to move the chains, and it's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Handed off up the middle again to Wilson. He'll be hit behind the line of scrimmage. They will give him forward momentum back to the line of scrimmage. No gain will bring up 2nd down and 10 for Bunn. So Rice will hand this one off to Hicks, who'll look for room around the left end, can't find it. As he's hit by Faulkner and several other Firebirds. And no gain again will bring up 3rd down and 10. Of course, Bunn was able to convert on the last 3rd and 10. So Rice sends a man in motion, a quick pass into the screen pass, but no gain on the play, hit hard by Chris Harris. And Bradbury on the completion, that's going to bring up 4th down and 10, so the defense for the Firebirds hold. We'll see if the Wildcats attempt to go for it here on 4th and 10 at the Southern Nash 39-yard line. 3:10 remaining in the first period.
And it does indeed look like they are going to go for it because I don't see a punter coming in here. And there's quarterback, 12 on play.
So Tyler Perry, the lone back, behind Rice. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And Southern Nash will take their first timeout of the first half as they got a look at what Bunn was prepared to run, and Coach Battle and Kennedy will reset the defense. So with 2:49 remaining up on the Baker Professional Services scoreboard. And we'd also like to thank Baker Professional Services, our year-long sponsor of the scoreboard here at Southern Nash. And Baker Professional Construction specializes in everything landscaping, revamping your yard, the landscape drainage, erosion solutions, French drains, grading, landscape repairs, rock, stone, and concrete, including concrete pads and walkways. They also have full tree service, stump grinding, and irrigation. They have very high customer satisfaction with residential and commercial service. Rice looks to pass, can't get anybody open, and the pass will be incomplete. And Bunn will turn it over on downs. And it's 1st and 10 Southern Nash from their own 39-yard line. So now that the defense has kind of got things going for the Firebirds, I have to see if the offense can shake their cobwebs out. A couple of mistakes on that first possession. And Mitchell, that was actually Cam Lyons that slipped but regained his footing and turned what looked like would be a loss into a gain. A gain of 7 on the play is going to bring up 2nd down and 3 for Southern Nash. And that, so far, their longest play from scrimmage on the night. 2:22 remaining in the first. And this time it'll be Mitchell. He'll be wrapped up close to the line to gain. We'll look for the spot.
First down.
That's a 3-yard gain and a Southern Nash.
So the first down of the evening for the Firebirds. And a timeout has been taken by Bunn, their second of the half, with 1:54 remaining in the first quarter. Once again, tonight's game brought to you by Vandermark Side Farms. This is Brent Cohen alongside Kenneth Fly, and we'll be right back. So quick use of some timeouts here by the Wildcats, only in the first period. Southern Nash has it 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. And Mitchell with the pitch. He'll look around the right end. He's got room. He breaks back to the left, but he's wrapped up. Brought down inside Wildcat territory at the 45-yard line. So a gain of about 6 to bring up 2nd down and 4 now for Southern Nash. And this time it'll be Jonathan Hines who looks to the right, finds nothing, goes back into the backfield, will be thrown for a loss based unless they give him forward momentum. But however, a flag was thrown in the backfield, and it is against Southern.
Yep, illegal shift.
So the 5-yard penalty, they'll repeat 2nd down. It's going to bring it 2nd down and 9 now. However, if they had declined the penalty, it would have been 3rd down.
Yeah.
And I guess they would have given him for the forward momentum back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that one might not come back to home. And Mitchell with a quick pitch. He looks to the right. He breaks off tackle. It looks like he's going to be a little shy of the line to gain maybe a yard or 2. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 2. With 43 and counting seconds remaining in the first quarter up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. So same play. Mitchell tries to reverse it back to the left. He will make it past the 40 and enough for 1st down yardage. And the chains will move, and it'll be 1st and 10, Southern Nash from the Bunn 38-yard line. Southern Nash should have time to get off one more play by the end of the quarter. And that's Cam Lyons who'll look around the left hand. He's got room, still room to the outside, finally taken out of bounds. Just shy of the 15. So a little extracurricular activity on the sidelines after the play was over. It will be 1st and 10 for Southern Nash at the Bunn 17-yard line, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with the Wildcats of Bunn leading Southern Nash 7-0. This is the Tar River Sports Network, and we'll be right back with the beginning of the second quarter in just a moment. And so we are back ready to get the second quarter underway here. Southern Nash threatening for the first time tonight. It's 1st and 10 Firebirds from the Bunn 17-yard line. And the ball comes loose. Not sure what happened. I think Battle thought Mitchell was going to fall on it, but that didn't happen. And the first turnover of the night belongs to the Wildcats. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bunn from their own 22-yard line. So a big break for the Wildcats as the Firebirds were threatening for the first time on the evening. And the flags are thrown. There's movement again. And this time it will be offsides, false start against the Wildcats. That their first penalty of the evening, and it'll be 1st and 15. Rice looks the pass out in the flat. It'll fall incomplete. The intended receiver was to Sean Crudup. And that'll bring up 2nd and 15 now for the Wildcats. So trips to the left and a lone receiver to the right. It'll be pitched to Hicks, who can't find any room to run and likes to be thrown for a loss. It's like a loss of about 3. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long now for the Wildcats. And the Southern Nash defense seems to be clicking now. Again, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hicks is the lone back. Rice looks to pass. He's swarmed. He's wrapped up, and he's going to be taken down for a sack. And I'm trying to see who steps out of there. I believe that was Taj Martin on the sack, the initial contact. And that's going to bring 4th and a really long ways. Then I'll put the Bunn punter into the end zone to try to get it out of there. Hartsfield will be back to receive. And Hartsfield with a clean pickup and room to run takes it back inside the 25-yard line of the Wildcats. So a 21-yard return with 10:05 remaining in the first half gets the Firebirds back in striking distance. As they trail the Wildcats 7-0. And it looks like another mental mistake there by the Firebirds as they broke the huddle with too many players.
Illegal substitution against the Firebirds is the call.
So the illegal substitution call will back the Firebirds up 5 yards, and it'll be 1st and 15 now, as they will be starting from the Southern Nash 29-yard line. And that puts Israel Whitaker in at quarterback. And he'll keep it himself. He'll look to the left end. There's nobody between him and the end zone. Caught from the side. Only one man to stop him brings Whitaker down at close to the 5-yard line.
Spencer Riley for Bunn, who brought him down 1st and goal.
So it's actually marked down at the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal with 9:49 and counting remaining here in the half. And the direct snap this time to Israel Whitaker again, and he'll take it into the end zone. However, there was a flag thrown behind the play in the area of a hold. That is the signal. And that will negate the touchdown and back the Firebirds up again. So, again, just mental mistakes here by the Firebirds are proving to be very costly.
That's the 4th penalty on Southern Nash for the night.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 14 now. That 10-yard penalty for the hold. And that was a wing formation. Very reminiscent of the old 90-91 team with Arthur Perry. This time a direct snap to Tyleek Mitchell. Will fake the handoff, and he'll keep it around the right end. He tries to cut back inside, can't quite make it. He'll take it back down beyond the original line of scrimmage and out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. So that's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 2.
That'll bring up 2nd down and goal.
And this time it's Jaden Hartsfield. And J-Rock takes it into the end zone. The 2-yard rushing touchdown for Jaden Hartsfield with 9:16 remaining in the half. And Southern Nash has closed the gap to 1. This is now 7-6 with the extra point attempt upcoming. And Braden Wells on for the extra point attempt, and only his 2nd game with the Firebirds. And he remains perfect in attempts. And it's all knotted up at 7 here in the Bird's Nest. As Southern Nash seems to be opening a new playbook here. We're seeing some different looks as Coach Batchelor appears to be preparing to head into the 3A play. And, of course, the always threatening Northern Nash Knights here in a couple of weeks. Of course, next week it will be Rocky Mount here at home for senior night for the Firebirds. And then 2 weeks from tonight, they do make the trip over to Red Oak to take on the Knights. And that has been a battle now for the last several years between Northern Nash and Southern Nash. Of course, not to get ahead of things, got to get this game done first.
right, here we go. Southern's going to kick it off here. A little squib kick. And it's going to be number 1, C.J. Kearney on the return. Brings up right side. Multiple flags down, and he's going to be brought down at the 30. And we'll see what the flag's going to be here. Just waiting on the flag here. Waiting for the signal. Horse collar tackle against Southern Nash. Blocking the back against Bunn. We'll see where they mark it at here. They've got it at the 30. Should be offsetting, I would think. Or we're going to re-kick it. It's a horse collar against Southern Nash. Then it's a block in the back against Bunn. Penalties offset. And we're going to replay the down. So basically all that for nothing, so we're going to get a re-kick here. Wells, right? So it looks like they're going to move it back up here to the 40 for Braden Wells again. And we got number 12, Jaden Hicks, back deep to return. And also Kearney as well. And Wells going to kick it here. Goes left side, back over here. And we got another penalty. And blows it dead. Offsides against Southern Nash is the call. So we'll back them up 5.
Offsides against the Firebirds. The re-kick from the 35.
So 7 penalties now for the Firebirds. I believe that is that 50 yards and
50,
penalties.
yeah, 7 penalties for 50 yards and only 15 minutes of play up here. And here comes Braden Wells going left side. Going to go over to Kearney. Kearney gets it at about the 28. Fair catch. Okay, so
I didn't see him.
I didn't see a signal for a fair catch, but then I didn't see a signal, so.
And I think that's what Kearney's arguing is
Yeah.
that he didn't call for a fair catch.
I mean, somebody had an inverted whistle. I mean, if you don't call for a fair catch, that should still be a live ball, but I digress.
So Bunn will take over 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line on the supposed fair catch call. Rice from the shotgun. He'll hand that off to Tyler Perry. Sorry, just a little humor. And I apologize for stepping away. For those of you who may be watching live here at the game, the Booster Club has Chick-fil-A sandwiches back in the concession stand, and somebody was kind enough to slip one in my pocket up here just a few minutes ago. My son actually brought me one for dinner. So I apologize. I took a pause for the calls to eat some of God's chicken. So a pitch again to Perry. He'll look around the right side. He's got some room to run. He'll pick up about 8
Nice game on the flip.
So they'll actually give him 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 now for the Wildcats. So the ball was fumbled. Don't know if it actually came out. It looked like Perry regained control. He was brought down with no gain. It's going to bring up 4th down now for the Wildcats. So Chris Harris on the stop. And it appears that Bunn will be punting as they are inside their own territory at the 36-yard line.
Hartsfield is back deep for Southern Nash.
So the play clock will expire. And so a delay of game called, and that'll back the Wildcats up 5 yards. It's going to make it 4th and 8 now. A high snap. He is able to get the punt off. A nice punt. Fielded cleanly by Hartsfield, who's got some room. He breaks the first tackle and makes a cut, slips away, takes it out to the 35-yard line.
He's going to take it up to the Southern Nash 36-yard line where the Firebirds will take over 1st and 10.
They'll actually mark him down what appears to be the 36. And that's where Southern Nash will take over 1st and 10 with 6:38 remaining in the half, all knotted up at 7 apiece. And again, Southern Nash just appears to be very flat tonight offensively.
Yeah, you know, they've had several good runs this season so far. You figure they'd have one of these games here.
And it looks like Southern Nash will call their second time out of the half. We'll continue that conversation in just a second. As we remind everyone, tonight's game brought to you by Vandermark Sod Farms. They're a year-round family natural grass operation serving central and eastern North Carolina. Vandermark's mission has always been to be the premier provider of natural grass and sod products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. They grow, harvest, and deliver 6 different types of natural grass. Contact Vandermark Sod Farms at 252-437-1501 for all your natural grass needs today. And also an added thank you, a special thank you to owner of Vandermark Farms, Keaton Vandermark, and the entire family for being strong supporters of athletics for Nash County over the years. Not just Southern Nash football, but all the way down to the Parks and Rec, and especially sponsors of the Tar River Sports Network, and allows us to bring you these broadcasts live from the home field and Stanhope on Friday nights in the fall. So thank you to the Vandermarks, and please contact them at 252-437-1501 for all your natural grass needs. So, yeah, we were saying they look kind of flat. However, it's obvious that Coach Batchelor's trying some new plays, some new looks after the bye week. Mitchell, that one's not a new play. As Mitchell tries to find room around the right end, he's able to break free, but then he's brought down.
And, you know, it's one of them things like he's trying some new plays. It's good to try them against right now against the 2A teams like Bunn here tonight before you get into the 3A with Rocky Mountain next week, and then you got Northern Nash coming up in 2 weeks in Death Valley at Red Oak. We'll see what happens here, but, I mean, Southern's had a high-power offense, so every once in a while they may have a game where they kind of a little bit flat.
So Faulkner on this carry, and he'll fight his way out across the 50. What looked to be close to being in the line of gain, adds a couple or 3 more just on pure strength and takes it out across midfield, and it's 1st and 10, Southern Nash. from the Bunn 49-yard line. Of course, Tyleek Hill, the recent recipient of the Pepsi Spotlight Award at WITN Channel 7. And there's Tyleek Mitchell again with the carry out inside the 40. A flag comes in late.
Nice game on the play. Penalty flag on the play, however.
And there's penalty number 8 for the Firebirds on the hold.
A 10-yard penalty will.
That will be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, if I'm not. Yes, from the spot of the foul.
From the spot.
So that'll take away the Mitchell gain.
And, you know, these penalties are the ones right here that can hurt Southern Nash. Not necessarily tonight against Bunn. I mean, it may still hurt them, but you can't make these kind of mistakes against Rocky Mount and Northern Nash and not expect something to happen there.
So another flag is thrown. Looks like there's some early movement on the line, and that will be encroachment against Bunn.
Encroachment against Bunn is the call.
So that will give Southern Nash 5 yards back and put them basically at the original line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. And Mitchell will take a look right up the middle. He'll take it across the 45 down to the 44-yard line of Bunn. And it's going to bring up second down and just like second. Yeah, it'll bring up second down and 5.
Yeah, 2nd and 5.
Kind of watching the Firebird sidelines, even when some of these players are coming out, and they just seem to be, there's not, the energy level is not what you're used to seeing of the Firebirds. I've seen a couple of players come off and kind of sit by themselves and heads kind of down. A lot of walking around on the field. You don't see a lot of pep and energy. And this will be a reverse to Mitchell, who's got some room. He breaks the tackle. And he'll finally be pushed out of bounds inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line of the Wildcats.
Telling Mitchell on the carry, he's going to take it down to the Wildcat 13-yard line. Gaining the play sufficient for another Southern Nash. First down.
And so that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for Southern Nash. Once again, kind of got interrupted a while ago, but Tyleek Mitchell, the recent recipient of the Pepsi Spotlight Award from WITN Channel 7 out of Greenville. So congratulations to him for that. And this time it's Jaden Hart. Excuse me, that's Luke Faulkner on the carry. And just pure power takes it into the end zone. Doesn't look like the ankle's a problem anymore for Faulkner.
That's what it's off.
13-7 with Braden Wells on for the extra point attempt. And he'll split the uprights, and it's 14-7 Southern Nash, and their first lead of the night over the Wildcats of Bunn. 4:07 remaining to the half. This is the Tar River Sports Network, and we'll be right back. So Wells on to kick off his third appearance from the kickoff. Hopefully we won't have the fiasco that we had at the last kickoff. And this, the high pooch kick, fair catch, is signaled for by Spencer Riley. And Bunn will take over 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line.
And Riley made sure to put that hand up all the way up where everybody could see it.
I honestly think a while ago that Kearney was basically going to fake out a fair catch when he just stood there still. I know you can see it on reels, and I'm not sure, which team it is, if it's a high school or a college team. The kid just stands there. I think it is a college game, and the kid just stands there, and everybody stops around, and he takes off running, and nobody touches him. So I guess the officials decided, I guess they had seen the reels video too and said they wouldn't let that happen. Rice with a quick pass, and it's intercepted. Israel Whitaker will take it. It's a pick 6.
Wow.
So just that quick, the tides have turned for the Firebirds. So Israel Whitaker steps in, gets the interception, and Braden Wells, who's getting a lot of playtime here in the past 30 or 40 seconds, is on for the extra point attempt. Southern Nash trying to get the personnel in. And Wells' kick is good. 3:57 now remaining in the half. And it's Southern Nash 21, Bunn 7.
I was going to say that for a second there. I want to go back to that interception right there. When Israel got it, I thought he got it in his jersey numbers, and I thought he was getting ready to drop it, but then he bobbled it once, but he was able to somehow come up with it.
I mean, he did read that nicely. He came from nowhere, picked that up, and obviously there was nothing between him and the end zone but grass and opportunity. So. So, we were talking a while ago about almost seemed like a lack of pep. Starting to see a little more pep along the sideline now, as maybe they're starting to get their juices flowing. So far, I mean, other than Mitchell's big run on offense, the defense has been kind of carrying things.
Yep, they have.
We'll see if the offense can feed off that. And so an onside kick, and that'll be covered up by Riley at the Bunn 41-yard line. And so that's where the Wildcats will take over, now trailing 14 to the Firebirds. And that was actually, I believe, Aiden Myers with that kickoff. So Rice from the gun, Perry the lone back. Perry will take the handoff. He's going to look up the middle. No doing as Devin Richardson grabs a hold with an assist from Luke Faulkner. And no gain will bring up 2nd down and 10.
No gain, bring up 2nd down and 10.
So there was an illegal substitution there for the Wildcats as they were having a personnel issue, and that'll back the Wildcats up 5, and it'll bring up 2nd and 15. So a quick head count, and now the Wildcats are short 1 player. Play clock down to 15. Needed a right tackle. Rice will look to pass. The flag's thrown. The catch is complete to Kearney, who will be thrown for about an extra 8 yards.
Yeah.
Wow. I believe that was Christian Tyler with the Kearney toss.
Yeah.
But a flag is on the play, so no down marker has been moved as of yet, and it was a false start against the Wildcats. So that 5-yard penalty will back them up to 2nd down and 20 should it be accepted. And that will be the case. So the completed screen pass will be called back. And the Wildcats will try again. 2:51 remaining in the half. Two receivers to the right, to the left motion. And that'll be handed off to Kearney. We'll look to sweep. He's caught in the backfield by Danny Dunston. And Devin Richardson comes in for the assist and thrown for a big loss. A flag is thrown in behind the play. It's in the area of a hold.
So it was 2nd and 21 before this play.
So chop block. And so we'll see if he declines the penalty, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Yeah, the ball was picked up from where the play was blown dead. So there was actually a loss on the play regardless. And so they're going to spot the ball at the Wildcat 26-yard line. The penalty's declined, so that'll bring up 3rd down.
So 3rd and 26 now.
So it looked like there was a motion again by Bunn, and that is the call. Another false start. That'll add another 5 yards.
Wow. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff, but this is, wow. Third and 30 now.
Wow.
You don't hear that often.
So the mistakes have shifted sides of the field.
Yeah.
Just got the play off in time, actually. And that'll be batted down by Mitchell, but punishing hit as contact with the football was made. And Riley will step off the field as
yeah, he's getting help now off
it was
the field.
A Mitchell Faulkner sandwich there.
Yeah. And
perfect, and it was perfectly timed contact too.
It was, and he was the meat of the sandwich.
So that's going to bring up 4th and way too far.
Yeah.
Bunn on the punt. 2 backs back to receive. You got Hartsfield and Mitchell back deep. And it'll be a short kick. It takes a Bunn roll. And Cam will back away, Cam Lyons that is, and Bunn will down the ball at the Southern Nash 43-yard line. That probably was the safest way to punt that ball because with J-Rock and Mitchell back, not much of a choice of which way to kick that.
No.
So to avoid a return, I have to give credit for seeing that, and it'll be 1st and 10 Southern Nash from their own 43-yard line. And Mitchell in at quarterback now.
Might be a direct snap here.
And that is a direct snap to Mitchell, who'll look around the right end. He's got some room. He's inside. He's not going to be caught. And Mitchell's going to take it all the way to the house.
57-yard direct snap. Touchdown.
With 1:22 remaining in the half. And the Firebird offense has now come alive. It's 27-0 with Braden Wells on again for the extra point attempt. Low snap. Great recovery there by Battle. And the kick is up and good. And Southern Nash now enjoys a 21-point lead. It's 28-7 Firebirds over the Wildcats. So it started off to look like just a real Southern Nash struggle has turned into a Southern Nash tornado here in the last few minutes here in the second period.
Yeah, basically the first quarter of Southern Nash is probably going to just want to throw the film away in the first quarter.
And not only that, the first air right now. So an onside kick, and it looks like it's going to be Southern Nash. It did go 10 yards. So they are going to say that we touched it before it went 10 yards.
However, it looks as if we touched it early. It appears Bunn will take it over 1st and 10.
So Bunn will take over 1st and 10 on the early touch from the Firebirds.
At the Southern Nash 48-yard line.
So it was touched at the Firebird 48, and that's where the Wildcat offense will get to start with 1:18 remaining here in the first half at Southern Nash. Firebirds leading 28-7 up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. So some motion. Oh, and hit hard in the backfield by Faulkner. Down goes Hicks. And a big loss on the play as that was read nicely by Luke Faulkner.
And Coach Batchelor says he wants a timeout.
So Southern Nash will use their final timeout of the half. And it appears Coach Batchelor would like another shot to score here in the first half. He is out of timeouts, so don't know if that'll be possible. But as we get ready to head into half, we'll remind everybody tonight's game is brought to you by Vandermark Sod Farm. They are year-round family natural grass operations serving central and eastern North Carolina, growing 6 different types of natural grass. Contact Vandermark Farms at 252-437-1501 for all your natural grass needs. I also want to remind everybody that at halftime, the band will perform, and there will be homecoming court as well, as tonight is homecoming for the Firebirds. So please stay tuned and join us at halftime as we bring the performance and the event to you live here on the Tar River Sports Network. Rice will send one man in motion. That's Kearney. Some movement in the line, no flags. The handoff, no gain on the play, actually possibly a loss.
Yep, lost about one on the play.
That was Perry on the carry.
And I'm going to say Faulkner was back there again alongside Devon Richardson.
The clock continues to run, 45 seconds. No timeouts for Southern Nash. Play clock's at 22. So it looks like Bunn will kind of take their time, try to calm the steamroll of Southern Nash. They will take a couple of shots at it here, obviously, but don't want to give any time to Southern Nash to do anything. Rice back to pass, has got a man open. Caught by Kearney. The extra point attempt is good. There's a flag going to be on the Fire. And it's 28-14. Attempt to long period. Playing flat, they got themselves together. Touchdown. I'm sure that it would be discussed just to call a fair catch. So you on the kickoff. And that'll put Mitchell and Lyons in the end zone or close to it.
He's saying that they're on 6-yard line here.
Yeah, Southern Nash definitely in protect mode against the onside kick. And Bunn will back of the end zone. Don't know if I would have done that, because that's going to give Southern Nash the ball, I believe, all the way out to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, be at the 35. So they'll have at least one shot here, and they get the ball back to start the second half.
Actually, no, the end zone, they start at the 20.
Right, it's 20. It's 20. High school rules, college rules, NFL rules.
But that gives Southern Nash a half a tick over 10 seconds to run a play here And another direct snap to Mitchell looks like will be in order. And that is it. He gets some blocking up ahead. He's still on his feet. He'll cut back to midfield. He goes down. That should stop the clock. With 2.9 seconds, they have to move the chains. They can't start the play until the chains are set. And Mitchell with an intentional grounding to stop the clock with 0.7 seconds will bring up second down to 10. So good heads-up play there by Mitchell. So Mitchell will look to the left end. He's hooking around the waist and thrown for an actual loss. And that'll bring us to halftime. Southern Nash leads the Wildcats by a score of 28-14 here in the Bird's Nest. Once again, stay tuned for the performance by the Southern Nash Marching Firebirds, as well as homecoming court here at halftime. This is Brent Cohn alongside Kenneth Fly on the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be back for the start of the second half right after all the halftime festivities.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned earlier before the game, it is homecoming tonight. And at this time, we are going to recognize our homecoming court. But before we present this year's homecoming court, we'd like to recognize and thank Mays Florist and Springhook for providing the beautiful flowers that will be presented tonight to our 2024 Princess and Queen. At this time, Southern Nash High School would like to introduce to you our 2024 homecoming court. For our Princess representatives, representing the junior class, Maria Leon Inacoma, escorted by Remy Rodriguez. Representing the sophomore class, Genesis Ponce, escorted by her grandfather, Eduardo Sanchez. Representing the freshman class, Rachel Martinez Gonzalez, escorted by her mother, Monica Martinez. For our Prince representatives, representing the freshman class, Tyson Boswell, escorted by Kinsley Sharp. Representing the sophomore class, Jeremiah Battle, escorted by his mother, Jessica Camille Battle. Representing the junior class, Caleb Nicholson, escorted by his sister, Ileana Maria Brown. For our senior class queen representatives, Hannah Alton, escorted by her father, Jeff Alton. Precious Richardson, escorted by her father, Kentrell Richardson. Emery Gibson, escorted by her grandfather, Gene Gibson. Marbella Delgado Baker Cordova, escorted by her dad, Francisco Cordova. Now for our senior class King representatives, Danny Dunstan, escorted by his mother, Linda Dunstan. Chris Harris, escorted by his sister, Amaya Harris. Michael Gonzalez, escorted by his mother, Iracema Gonzalez. Tyleek Mitchell, escorted by his mother, Danielle Mitchell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please give a round of applause for all of this year's homecoming court. Crowning our 2024 homecoming court this evening is our Southern Nash High School Principal, Dr. Hugh Scott, our 2024-2025 Student Body President, Melanie O'Vera, Senior Class President, Braden Brown, and returning your 2023 Homecoming Queen, Charlotte Benson. At this time, we would like to announce our homecoming prince. Our 2024 homecoming prince is Caleb Nicholson. Next, we would like to announce our first homecoming princess. Our 2024 homecoming princess is Maria Leon Anacama. Now, for our 2024 Southern Nash High School Homecoming King, our 2024 Homecoming King is Tyleek Mitchell. finally, for our 2024 Southern Nash High School Homecoming Queen, our 2024 Homecoming Queen is Marbella Delgado Boko Cordova. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to congratulate all the members of our 2024 Homecoming Court. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Congratulations, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to present the Spirit Stick. This is the culmination of a week full of activities where students from each grade level participated in activities such as Bikers versus Surfers, Pink Day, and Generation Day, among others. Excellent participation all week in a very close competition that went down to the final event today, which was the parade float judging. These are the final results. In fourth place, the sophomore class finished with 25 points. Third place, the freshman class finished with 60 points. A really tight competition all week between the junior class and the senior class, and again, this did come down to the final event, the parade float judging, which was judged by members of the central office who came over to school today and judge the parade floats that the classes did. Finishing in second place with 330 points was the junior class. By winning the parade float judging, the senior class was able to overcome a deficit and finish with 340 points. Finishing in first place was the senior class. And they will receive the Spirit Stick. Congratulations. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like to announce once again that all four classes combined raised nearly $3,800 that will be sent to the residents of Western North Carolina who are recovering from a terrible hurricane from last weekend and last week, a couple of weeks ago. And we'd like to thank all of our students for everything that they put into this week and truly making homecoming this year very special and rewarding for a lot of people. Thank you.
I'll go grab that.
And welcome back as we get the second half underway. Oh, and through the hands of Dayton Hartsfield and out of bounds. And it looks like it was touched, so there will not be a flag, and it'll be Southern Nash ball, 1st and 10, just inside the 20-yard line of the Firebirds. So a lot of different things going on at halftime. I thought the band was going to play, however, they did not. So they're actually going to perform after the game is over. So at the conclusion of the game, please stay tuned and watch the Firebird Marching Band. And immediately there is a flag thrown for illegal substitution against the Firebirds. So second verse, same chorus. And also at halftime, the homecoming court was announced, and the new homecoming prince is Caleb Nicholson. And the homecoming princess is Maria Leona Ikama. I'm sorry, I'm probably murdering that name. And a nice run by Mitchell takes it out. It's enough to get a first down for the Firebirds.
That's a 16-yard gain.
And then the homecoming king was, of course,
Tyleek
just
Mitchell.
had the big carry. It's Tyleek Mitchell. And then the homecoming queen was Marbella Delgado Baker. And Jonathan Hines on the carry takes it out about 3 yards. Going to bring up second down at 7 for the Firebirds. Also, I disappeared at halftime because the class of 1987, there's a group of us down there. And, of course, yes, that was me. I was the youngest one in the class. I was, like, really advanced. But we were down taking pictures. And Jaden Hartsfield on the carry takes it out to about the 45. And that's where we marked. It's another first down for the Firebirds. But real good to see a lot of old friends. That was what, a couple, 3 years ago, 1987. Not too far back. Yeah, I got your old folks. But good to see him. Hartsfield again on the carry. He'll take it out across midfield and out across the 45-yard line of Bunn, and that's going to be enough for another Southern Nash first down. So Hartsfield, who was focused mainly on defense in the first half, comes into the offensive set with the fresh legs and is moving the ball very well. The sophomore had a couple of nice runs here to start the second half. 10:16 remaining and counting up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. And it's Jonathan Hines on the carry, nearly brought down, regains his footing, takes it out across the 35, is close to the line of gain. Probably going to be about a yard and a half shy. We'll call it second down and 2 now. And Cam Lyons manages to regain the ball, came loose. There will be no gain, possibly even a slight loss. And Lyons a little slow to get up, but does get up.
He's coming off.
They will mark it with no gain, third down and 2. Battle in at quarterback. And that a direct snap to Faulkner, and it's low. So the loss on the play is going to bring a 4th down and 3. That looked like it was snapped through the legs of Battle.
Yeah.
On a direct snap to Faulkner. But it was low. He did manage to pick it up and salvage a yard or so, but still a loss on the play. And an attempt to get the Wildcats to jump doesn't work, and Coach Batchelor will use his first timeout of the second half with 8:16 to go in the third. And once again, remind everyone, tonight's game brought to you by Vandermark Side Farms. They are a year-round family natural grass operation serving central and eastern North Carolina. Vandermark's mission has always been to be the premier provider of natural grass and side products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. They grow, harvest, and deliver 6 types of natural grass. Contact Vandermark Farms at 252-437-1501 for all of your natural grass needs. Again, we want to send a big thank you and shout out to Keaton Vandermark and the entire family for the continued support of the Tar River Sports Network, as well as all Southern Nash athletics. It really does help to promote and get a lot of recognition for these young men as we're able to broadcast at least the home games now. And Mitchell with the handoff. He'll look around the right end. He cuts back inside. One man can stop him. He slips the tackle. And Mitchell takes it into the end zone with 8:06 remaining. And the Firebirds are the first on the board here in the second half. And it's 34-14 with the extra point upcoming. Video put out by high school OT of Tyleek Mitchell that almost went viral, I think, of this hop, skip, run step that he's got going on, that it just dynamically looks like he's floating in the air. So a lot of finesse, a lot of speed. So Tyleek Mitchell, once again, the Pepsi Spotlight winner from WITN Channel 7, scores the touchdown. The extra point's good by Braden Wells, and it's 35-14 Southern Nash with 8:06 remaining in the third quarter.
And also one other nugget I just heard a while ago from the stats department here. Tyleek Mitchell, with the run earlier, has already been over 1,500 yards for the season so far. And at halftime, he had 13 carries for 167 yards with 1 touchdown.
Yeah, I know he came into the game with 1,323 rushing yards. And as Kenneth said, he's already surpassed 1,500 on the season. And Aiden Myers with the long kick, fielded by Bunn. There will be a return. And that's Nick Wilson on the return. He's got room around the right side. He'll take it out close to midfield before he's finally pushed out of bounds. And the Wildcats will start 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. So a nice return there by Wilson of the Wildcats. So Rice from the gun. There was movement, no flags on the line. The ball was handed off and carried, looking to see, I believe that was Perry on the carry, and he'll be thrown for a loss of 1. Make it 2nd down and 11 for the Wildcats. So the ball is loose, and Rice is forced to fall on it to save possession. The snap was there. It just came off the end of his finger. I believe he closed his hands too soon. Either that or the snap was too soon and got him while he was signaling with the clap. But either way, it's a loss, and it'll be 3rd and about 15 on the play, on the down. So you got twins to either side. The lone back is, I believe, Perry. Motion across the middle since it trips left. And Rice will look to the right side and find a man open, and the pass is complete to Spencer Riley. He'll take it well into Southern Nash territory, his 2nd big catch of the night. And he'll take it down to the Southern Nash 20-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats there on the edge of the red zone of Southern Nash. Rice again. This time the ball comes out, and it's a scoop. Jaden Hartsfield scoops it up. It's going to be a scoop and score.
No flags, no flags.
So that was about a 74-yard scoop and score by Jaden Hartsfield on the 2nd defensive touchdown of the night for the Firebirds. No flags on the play, and it's now 42-14 with 5:31 remaining. Change that. It's 41. Extra point upcoming. 41-14. Braden Wells on for the extra point attempt. And he splits the uprights again, remains perfect. And it now is 42-14, Southern Nash. 5:31 remaining in the 3rd period up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. And I just want to recognize our scoreboard sponsor, Baker Professional Construction. They specialize in everything landscaping, from revamping your yard, excavating. They have dump truck services. It's total landscaping, stump grinding, full tree service, concrete service. They do stamped concrete pads and walkways. They can help you out with drainage issues and erosion solutions. They have French drains, grading, swells, landscape repairs, rock, stone, and concrete. Everything landscaping, Baker Professional Construction. Give them a call. That's Dan Baker, longtime friend and supporter of everything Firebirds. He might even played a couple games here once upon a time, many years ago. They are 3rd generation Southern Nash, so. So 2 big defensive plays along with the awakening of the offense, and Mr. Mitchell and Mr. Hartsfield, and Southern Nash now with a comfortable 42-14 lead over the Wildcats. We'll try to get some area score updates. 49-3 was the last.
49-3, Northern Nash leading Nash Central, and then 30 at halftime. Last I heard was Rocky Mount leading 35-0 against
Roanoke Rapids.
Against Roanoke Rapids.
So that kick into where no one was, and it actually sails out of bounds. And that will bring out a flag, and it'll be Bunn football, 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Once again, 5.5 minutes remain up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. I also want to remind everybody real quick, there is a last chance. This is the final week to be able to purchase the Firebird kickoff tickets. They are $100 a piece. Only 300 sold. They'll be drawn on October the 19th in reverse raffle. If you're interested in purchasing a ticket or purchasing one more if you already have one, there's a very few left, and that drawing will be held next week. There's a great dinner, and they feed everybody that has the tickets. The tickets get you and a guest in for the meal, and they do the drawing. A lot of other extracurricular activities that are going on during the drawing with the sideboards and buybacks and winning prizes along the way during the raffle. Ultimately, the grand prize is $10,000 to be given away. So contact one of your Booster Club members, and they'll be glad to hook you up with the ticket if there's any left. So last-minute scramble for any remaining tickets. You can check out Kevin Watson or Amy Nolan on Facebook. They'll get you squared away. So after the penalty and a carry with a gain of about 1, we'll call that 2. It's going to second down at 13 now for the Wildcats. And that's Perry on the carry. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, pick up a yard or two. Looks like he will not get back to the original line of scrimmage. And there is a Wildcat down on the field who manages to get back to his feet. It's going to bring a 3rd down and 11 now for Bunn. And I believe, Kenneth, you mentioned this back early parts of the first quarter and the beginning of the game. With the smaller squad and roster that Bunn has, it looks like there could possibly be some fatigue. There was a lot more energy and pop going from that Bunn offense. Now seems to be a little bit flat. That's carried by Wilson. He'll take it out across the original line of scrimmage, but still it'll be 4th down and 8 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and like you said, I'm looking over at the sideline there, and some of the guys are kind of like got the hands on the hips and everything, showing they're kind of out of breath a little bit here. But fatigue will be a factor here. It's 4th down, and Hartsfield's back deep for Southern Nash, and we'll see what happens here.
It's like Bunn putting this one away.
Yep.
So Tyleek not back deep with him this time. He'll take it by himself. We'll see if Bunn does go ahead and kick the ball. Last time when Firebirds had both men back deep, it was a kind of a short kick that took a really nice Bunn roll, actually.
And we're going to have a delay of game against Bunn.
Delay game against the Wildcats.
So that'll back the Wildcats up 5 and make it 4th and 14. Ball is marked on the 32-yard line of the Wildcats. So the punter will be punting from his own 20. And I believe that may have been partially blocked.
Yeah, it looked like, was it Luke Faulkner who got it?
There was 2 guys that were really close. It does take a Bunn roll, and it will be downed at the Southern Nash 32-yard line, and that's where Isaiah Battle and company will take over with 2:36 remaining in the 3rd period. Firebirds lead 42-14 here on the Tar River Sports Network.
your attention real quick. This message is for Southern Nash students planning to attend the homecoming dance tonight. If you are going to attend the dance tonight, you will enter the building from the bus parking lot, and you will have to go through the e-ball machine. You will enter from the bus parking lot and e-ball machine.
So the ball comes out loose, and this will be recovered by the Wildcats. So it looked like a little confusion between the exchange between center and quarterback. And another Firebird turnover will give Bunn an opportunity here in the third with 2:29 remaining. It'll be 1st and 10 Wildcats from the Southern Nash. Looking for the spot here. Looks like it's going to be at about the 33-yard line of Southern Nash. So a short field here for the Wildcats. And there was movement this time on the offensive side. Looked like Kearney started motion and then stopped. That is against the Wildcats, so that'll back them up and make it 1st and 15. Looks like they'll do a play call change here. Still a little confusion there. Play clock down to 6 and 5 seconds and counting. They will get the play away. And a big rush knocks the ball loose. That was Chris Harris with the original contact. The ball comes loose.
And it is a fumble recovered by Southern Nash.
And so just like that, Firebirds get the ball back, and it's Southern Nash ball. 1st and 10 from the Bunn 45-yard line.
And it was Brandon Heel returning it, getting turnover for Southern Nash.
Of course, the initial hit and knocked loose by Chris Harris. Chris got back there fast.
Yeah, he did.
And it was a hard hit. The ball came loose and recovered by Hill. So once again, Southern Nash defense looking sharp. And this will be Hartsfield on the carry. He's got some room to run. Tries to take his legs out. Can't do it. One man to beat. And it's Jaden Hartsfield on the 45-yard touchdown run. And with 2:12 left, that's 6 more on the board. It's 48-14. And it's J-Rock adding 6, and Braden Wells on for the extra point attempt. And as the uprights are split, it's 49-14, Southern Nash leading Bunn here in Stanhope in the Bird's Nest. This is the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back. So you have to kind of start looking at the consideration that this could go running clock. A 42-point lead would automatically set the game into running clock. So I believe one more score, and we will be in a running clock situation by the Firebirds. And J-Rock, obviously he played defense in the first half, but a lot of rest offensively, and it seems to be paying off for the Firebirds as a flag is thrown, and it looks like it's offsides against the Firebirds. I think maybe something going on with the approach of Braden Wells. So with that, it's caused some issues. The last couple of kickoffs have been completed by Aiden Myers, but Braden Wells back on for the kickoff. And so this time he gets the kick away, and that's going to go out of bounds over toward the chain gang, and Bunn will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. So, down in South Carolina, just south of Charlotte, there's this little town called Rock Hill. I think we have our own version of Rock Hill here at Southern Nash. It's J-Rock. Never mind. I've called him Hill again. Look, I have had to apologize before but I'm telling you, I mix up Tyleek Mitchell and Tyleek Hill all the time, or Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill,
because of the speed factor.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the finesse and the way these two guys are able to play, obviously Tyreek Hill makes a lot more money, and it looks like it's possible that Tyleek Mitchell could be heading in the same direction because a lot of similarities in build and speed.
Most definitely.
And very impressive. So forget the whole Rock Hill thing. I thought I was trying to come up with something clever to say, and I just blew that all to death.
All I know is Tyreek Hill is probably hoping his quarterback Tua comes back. And if you got him on your fantasy football team, you're hoping he comes back soon.
And that one is carried. That looks like the first carry of the night for Dino Longo.
Zion with the tackle for Southern Nash. They'll bring up second down. And long.
So there's Zion Odom on the stop. Dino Longo. That sounds like one of those names that, you know.
Yeah.
So, what?
This is
140. Well, excuse me now, blasphemy. 135 remaining up with the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. That's in the third. Southern Nash leads 49-14. Rice back to pass. Thought he had somebody open.
Ball's out.
And he is met by Luke Faulkner with a hard hit. The ball did come out. We'll look to see. I believe they're going to call him down. So Faulkner with a sack. And a huge loss on the play. It looked like Rice had an intended receiver and pulled it back down.
Yeah.
So good coverage there by the Southern Nash defensive secondary.
And once again, for the second time, Bunn is going to be backed up way back, third down and
like third and 26 from
26,
there.
yeah.
As the clock continues to run here in the third. 8 seconds remaining on the play clock, down to 6-5. So they got to worry about actually getting this play off at this point. And it looks like Bunn, just as the play clock was about to expire, burned their first time out of the second half with 32 seconds remaining in the third. And with that, we'll take a quick break here on the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back.
And as we return to action here on the Tarver Sports Network, 49-14, Southern Nash leads the Wildcats, 32.7 seconds remaining in the third. And it is 3rd and 26 for the Wildcats after the big Faulkner sack. And he's going to be brought down again by Luke Faulkner, with an assist from Chris Harris, who comes up with the football. And they're going to say that is a recovered fumble. So another fumble recovery by the Firebirds. So it will be Southern Nash football, 1st and 10 from the Bunn 19-yard line. And that's Jonathan Hines who'll cut back into the middle, untouched, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Nash. Jonathan Hines' first touchdown carry of the night, with 16.1 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And Southern Nash pulls ahead 55-14 with the extra point upcoming. And with that kick, that should shift us into running clock. We'll wait for the officials to signal that after this dead ball kick. And that one was blocked, the extra point, as Spencer Riley came in untouched. And that'll be Braden Will's first miss of the year.
Yep.
And there's some back and forth going on in the press box, because that was the point that would send it to running clock, and so it was jinxed. So without the 42-point lead, this will not be running clock. It sounds like Doug Pace is pretty hot to get to the homecoming dance. I hear he likes to wobble and do the electric slide a lot. So he's mad because it won't be running clock, and that Scott Kiley and I jinxed it by saying running clock. So we apologize for not letting you get to the line dance there, Doug. Sorry about that. I hope he'll watch this back. He's pretty tied up with the stats right now, but I'm sure he'll watch this back later. All right, this one's the field. We will have a return. And yeah, again, that was Aiden Myers with the kickoff, a nice kickoff.
Yeah, and Alex Goodman for Bunn brought it back. Under center here, hands it off, right side. Getting about 2 yards on the play, 1 yard on the play here, brings up second down. And with that, we're going to be into the third quarter here with your score: Southern Nash 55 and Bunn 14. And we'll be right back.
Right, we're back. Had some personnel difficulties up here in the press box. Grandson running wild. Just had to get him squared away.
And we just heard a score update, 49-9, final score, Northern Nash over Nash Central.
And I believe that was at Nash Central.
Yes, it was at Nash Central, Battle of the Bridge.
Battle of the Bridge. They got a name for everything now. Subway Series.
And speaking of the Subway Series, the Mets have made it to the National League Championship Series. Even though I'm a Braves fan, that hurts my heart a little bit. But they did knock the Phillies out. So
I was going to say, as long as it's not the Phillies, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Me being a Braves fan, too.
Yeah.
I've been bitter against the Phillies ever since they took Pete Rose away from my Cincinnati Reds back in the day.
And speaking of Cincinnati, they hired Terry Francona, too,
They did.
for next year.
They did.
And the Padres and the Dodgers are playing tonight. I believe the Padres are leading 1-0.
And here we go for the start of the fourth quarter. And that's completed.
Completed to Spencer Riley here. Maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by Davon Richardson.
Brings up 3rd and 7 or 8.
And Rice for the shotgun. He'll look deep. He's got a man open. Overthrown. There was some contact at the end. However, it looked like that ball was not catchable. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 8 for the Wildcats. 11-11 left in the fourth.
Make a wish. And we'll see here if Bunn decides to go for it or if they're going to punt. Looks like they're going to punt here. And Hartsfield back deep to return for Southern. What they're going to try to squib it here.
Being that deep, they need to get it out of there. Nearly blocked. That could have been, I believe it was blocked.
It was partially blocked because the way the angle of it looked, it was partially blocked.
It looked like Devon Richardson was pretty close to the block.
Yeah, I was watching right before they snapped it. I was watching Richardson kind of start creeping up a little bit, and then just as soon as he got the ball, he started going for it. I thought it was partially blocked.
But either way, it'll turn into a short field as Southern Nash takes possession. On the Bunn side of things, it's 1st and 10 Firebirds from the Wildcat 46-yard line. And that's Cam Lyons with the carrier in the left end. He'll cut it back to the middle. Finally be brought down at the 35-yard line. That's enough to get to the line of gain at +1 yard, and that'll move the chains for Southern Nash. It's 1st and 10 Firebirds from the 35. 10:43 and counting remaining up on the clock. And this will be handed off to J. Rock. He'll look to the right end. He'll take it down to the 30-yard line. So a gain of about 5 on the play is going to bring up 2nd down and 5 for Southern Nash. And this will be a pitch to Cam Lyons, who will be hit in the backfield and brought down
Cam Lyons on the carry.
Slight, he'll turn that into a slight gain about a yard. We'll call it 3rd and 4 now. 9:40 remaining up on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard.
And you can start telling here by looking at some of the Bunn linemen. Fatigue is playing a factor here for Bunn.
That and a 41-point deficit.
Yeah.
And it's Jaden Hartsfield again, right up the middle off left guard. He'll take it across the 25, mark down at the 24, and that's going to be enough to move the sticks yet again. Just under 9 minutes to play, and it's Southern Nash 1st and 10 from the Bunn 24-yard line. And this will be Jonathan Hines on the carry right off of right tackle. He'll take it across the 20, down to about the 17. So that'll turn into about a 6-yard carry, be 2nd down and 4 for the Firebirds. And the time clock.
Play clock went to 0.
Well, the play clock's at 0. No flags have been thrown. And Jonathan Hines will take it down to about the 5. And that's going to bring up another 1st down. And be marked down at the 7-yard line. 1st to goal from there. 7.5 minutes remaining in the game. And the ball is fumbled. And Bunn will recover the fumble.
On the play. Recovered by Bunn. They'll take over 1st and 10.
So that'll keep us away from running clock yet again. Sorry, Doug, you're going to be late for the dance. So that the 3rd lost fumble of the night. And it is Bunn football. 1st and 10 from the Bunn 5-yard line. And Bunn, who has, for the last couple of possessions, have finished with a loss of 10 plus before they punted it away. Probably need to worry about staying away from a safety. That'll be handed off this time again to Dino Longo.
Dino Longo.
Longo on the carry for Bunn. We have a 2nd down.
So a gain of we'll call it 3. We'll say 2nd down and 7. Ball spotted on about the 8-yard line. Rice, who has been in the shotgun all night, sends a man in motion. He's got now 3 receivers to his left. Longo will get it again. This time he's got some room to run. He'll take it around the left end. A flag comes in behind him. Whistle was slow to be blown. But regardless, there was a hold behind the play, and that'll bring back the run regardless of where he was pushed out of bounds. And that should be half the distance to the goal with 6 minutes remaining in the game. And that is the call, and it will be a repeat of second down, but this time it will be from the approximately the 3-yard line. So hit as he threw it. That'll be ruled an incomplete pass and will bring up third down. And he just got rid of that in time.
Yeah, he did. Because if he didn't get rid of that,
that was going to be a sack, and we'd have seen the old hands together.
Yep.
So 3rd and 12 now for the Wildcats. 5:57 remaining in the game. From the end zone, it's Longo. He'll get out and get a little bit of breathing room, not much. It's going to bring up 4th down. And about 8 now for the Wildcats. And it looks like they're going to punt here. And that's Spencer Riley to punt. And not a great punt. It's high. It does take a bounce. But Hartensfield will pick it up off the ground. He's going to take it left side. A hard hit. Actually hit by the punter.
And there's a flag on the play, but yes, he was hit by the punter.
And Hartsfield knocked out of bounds. Do not know what the penalty will be. It's holding against Southern Nash. So the nice return by Hartsfield will be moved backwards. And 4:53 to go. It's 55-14. Southern Nash with a commanding lead. And it'll be 1st and 10 Firebirds from the Bunn 27-yard line, as we see a lot of the substitutions coming in. As Ethan Mullen now in at quarterback. And he's going to hand that off to Kajon Caudle. And he'll take it down
to about the 8.
That's what it's looking. I'm looking for the spot.
Okay, to the 9.
They're going to put it on the 9. So it's going to be 1st and goal Firebirds from the 9-yard line. So again, Ethan Mullen at QB. This will be handed off. And that carry by Damani Natumbo. It's like he'll take it down to about the 5-yard line. 4:30 and counting left on the Baker Professional Construction scoreboard. Actually going to mark him down at the 6. So that's going to be called again. He'll take it off the right guard. It's like he got inside the 5 before he was knocked back. We'll see what forward momentum gets him. They're going to mark the ball at the 5. That's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from there. It's going to be interesting to see if they go 4 downs, if they send Wells in for a field goal.
Yeah.
Has not had a field goal attempt this year. Had extra points, no field goal. And Mullen will keep this in himself. And he'll take it into the end zone. So Ethan Mullen, the junior, takes it in. The backup quarterback takes it in for a touchdown. I believe that is his first touchdown of the season.
Yes.
And Southern Nash pulls ahead 61-14. And this, in fact,
is a running clock.
We'll leave it running clock. So, Doug, you'll be able to get to the homecoming dance. We'll tell them to warm up the Cupid shuffle and all that good stuff for you. Braden Wells on for the extra point attempt. It was blocked last time. Spencer Riley got in quick, and they're coming again, but they won't make it. And Wells will split the uprights, and it's 62-14 with 2:20 and running up on the Baker Professional Construction. Also want to remind everybody tonight, sponsored by Grass operations serving Central and Eastern North Carolina. Vandermark's mission has always been to be the premier provider of natural grass and side products to the landscape industry, athletic fields, and commercial developments. They grow, harvest, and deliver 6 different types of natural grass. Contact Vandermark Farms at 252-437-1501 for all of your natural grass needs. And once again, thank you, Keaton Vandermark, and your entire family for your support this season, as well as many seasons in the past for both Tar River Sports as well as all Southern Nash athletics. We thank you greatly. And also a quick reminder of the scoreboard sponsor. It's Baker Professional Construction. And everything landscaping, they do it. It's from drainage to erosion solutions, French drains. They do grading, landscape repairs, rock, stone, and concrete services, including pads and walkways. They have full tree service, stump grinding. They handle irrigation, very high customer satisfaction, and they handle both residential and commercial. Contact Dan Baker at Baker Professional Construction to help you out with that. 57 seconds, this kickoff will happen. It's a squib kick. Riley will fall on it on the 34-yard line. And Bunn will step onto the field for what will definitely be the final offensive set. Not even sure if they'll try to get a play off, as it's down to 33 seconds, 25 remaining on the play clock. So to avoid they'll have to run at least 2 plays to get this thing. Well, with a running clock, they don't really have to.
Yeah, they don't even have to. They ain't even start the play clock here. So
down to 18 seconds. It doesn't look like they're going to attempt to get a play off. Well, maybe they are, as Rice rushes back onto the field. 10-9, 8 seconds remaining. And I don't think they're going to get this off. And they will not.
Nope. And
that's going to be ball game. Southern Nash wins and improves to 7-0. And again, tied with Northern Nash atop the Big East 2A, 3A conference. And it's 62-14, Southern Nash over Bunn here in Stanhope. Once again, we'll be back next Friday night, or at least I will. Kenneth Fly will be sitting in a pit somewhere watching Laney Wilson. Who cares about that when you can watch Firebird football? So whatever, man. At least he's not going to one of these fake NASCAR races that they have now. So anyway, we'll miss Kenneth next week. We're going to work on a guest announcer. We're seeing if we can get somebody in to obviously make me sound better, which that wouldn't take a whole lot of effort. But once again, we will be back next week for senior night as Southern Nash hosts Rocky Mount in the first round of the 3A matchups in the Big East Conference. Once again, this is Brent Cohn alongside Kenneth Laney Wilson Fly. We'll catch you next time, or Kenneth will catch you in playoffs.
Yes, sir.
And for now, this is the Tar River Sports Network. We're out.